In the second part, that is relating to Indian classical painting part 2, we would like to discuss about the folk art in India. So, nearly 45 kilometers south of the city of Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh is a World Heritage Site, now featured in tourism, television, commercials. Its significance cannot be missed. The cave paintings of Bhimbetka in India's folk art history cannot be ignored. In fact, this is the place where India's traced with the medium of art was began. Bhimbetka, from the mythological association with Bhima, one of the Pandava brothers, contains rock paintings which are about 9,000 years old and among the oldest in the world. These paintings spread over approximately 500 rock shelters and caves are descriptive of the lives and times of the people living in these caves and depict communal dancing, religious rites, and hunting to animal symbols such as tiger, lion, and elephant. Those paintings exhibit man's innate nature to communicate through the medium of folk art. It was many years before the rich tradition of folk art in India came to be recognized. Almost every region in India has developed its distinct style of expression on canvas, varying in its theme, medium used, and objective. However, five styles that here we would like to discuss. One was the first, that is Warli painting of Maharashtra by the Warli tribal community. One of the simplest yet most symbolic forms of tribal painting. Warli traces its roots to a tiny tribe in Maharashtra called the Warli tribe. People of this agrarian-based tribe paint Warli figures consisting of birds, men, women, and trees on the mud-based walls of their houses, particularly to mark celebrations such as wedding, harvest season, and birth. Using a relatively simple color scheme of bright white against an earthen background, the paintings center around a circle or a spiral, symbolizing the circle of life. It is a simple pattern consisting essentially of dots, crooked lines, and triangles, while it does not have mythological figures and religious icons. And the second important folk art in India is the Chitra of Odisha. The Patta painting of Odisha have popularized God and encouraged worship amongst the common people. It is said that in the 12th century AD, the Ganga kings of Odisha, commissioned the painters at the Jagannath temple of Puri to paint this in order to popularize Lord Jagannath. Heavily influenced by the Bhakti movement, these paintings largely revolve around two themes, Lord Jagannath and Radha Krishna. The name Patta is derived from the material on which these paintings are made, a piece of cloth. The study of these paintings portrays the strong relationship that man shares since time immemorial with divine. But the painting are now being done on a variety of different media such as masks, toys, etc. And the third important Indian folk act is found in Madhubani paintings in Bihar. By far the most well recognized and popular folk art form in India, Madhubani originates from the region of Mithila in Bihar. Legend has it that at the time of his daughter Sita's marriage to Ram, King Janaka of Mithila commissioned the artist to do these paintings. Since then, Madhubani has been painted mostly by the women folk on the walls and floors of their houses, especially during festivals and important events such as birth and marriage. Traditionally, the walls of the houses are first coated with cow dung and then mud, and the painting is made using rice paste and vegetable colors. Nowadays, with its increasing popularity and demand, artists are resorting to mediums such as handmade paper, cloth, and canvas to showcase their art to the world using poster and fabric colors. Madhubani is painted mainly with the aim of pleasing God, and thus the themes are around religion and pictures of Hindu deities such as Krishna, Radha, Shiva, Sita, Lakshmi, etc. Natural elements and symbols such as peace, symbolizing good luck, and serpents as protectors also occur. His painting is usually framed within geometric pattern or borders. Use of colors in Madhubani varies from style to style. For example, the Kayastha style is characterized by the use of a monochrome color throughout the painting, while the Brahmin style uses a rich variety. And now we'll go to the third most important folk art painting, that is Phad painting of Rajasthan. From Rajasthan, predominantly the Bilwara district, these paintings are usually done on cloth in the form of a scroll and are world renowned for their unique style and vibrancy. The parts mostly depict the heroic deeds and exploits of the local rulers and warriors such as the gallant Rajput warrior Prithviraj Chauhan, Amar Singh Rathore, in the form of stories painted on long scrolls An average for scroll is about 30 feet long. Often these paintings are made and carried from village to village, accompanied by singers narrating the associated tales. A bar painting has specifically and non-flexibility in use of color. A specific color scheme is employed wherein only a particular color is used at a time and its color pertains to a specific part of the painting arranged for the limbs and torso. Yellow for ornaments and design, red for dress, green for vegetation, etc. Each painting is highlighted with the help of black as outline. Traditionally, only vegetable dyes were employed while painting pastels, but it is nowadays have started using modified waterproof earthen colors. And the next important fact that we found in India is the Kalamkari painting of Andhra Pradesh. The Kalamkari means at dawn with the help of a pen. Originating about 3000 years ago, this form of folk painting has been kept alive in Andhra Pradesh through generations by essentially two schools of painting, one at Masuli Patanam and the second one at Sri Kalasasti, deriving their names from the cities of their origin. The Masuli Patanam school reflects the influence of Muslim rule in Golconda, as seen by the use of intricate Persian motifs and designs. The main painting is done with the help of handcrafted wooden blocks, while the detailing is added later on with the help of a pen. In contrast, the Kalastifong takes inspiration from religion and temples, concentrating on Hindu mythologies, gods, and epics, done solely with the help of vegetable dyes and added materials acting as mordants. The Kalamkari differs from art forms like Pahad painting of Rajasthan and the Madhubani painting of Bihar due to the use of millu, non-bright and non-contrasting color schemes. A bamboo or dead palm stick pointed at one end with a bundle of fine hair attached to the pointed end is used as a pen. Other than these, other forms of folk art in India include the Tanjore style from southern India, Jain art from Gujarat, Pahadi miniatures from the north, Pithora from western India, etc. India has inherited a pre-Aryan culture which is reflected in folk art, but as different religious sects and beliefs have coexisted in India, it has had bearing on Indian traditional life and other forms of India's folk arts that we found that there are many kinds of rituals folk art, like Chitra, Pichuai, Alpana, Kolam, etc. Decorative wood carvings, embroidery, basket work, earthenware, etc. are among examples of typical utilitarian folk art that developed in India. These are made by rural artists without any formal training, with most designs repeated by generation after generation. For example, there has hardly been any change in the motifs of terracotta toys, floor decoration are one of the most popular forms of art in any culture. This is also to be found in every part of India in different medium like the Alpana, Rangoli, Kolam, Sanji, etc. While Kolam is the most important part in the cultural and religious festivals of South India. During Pongal, the harvest festival in South India, and other festivals, the decorative artwork is done on the floor in front of the house and on the space before the altar of the deity. Kolam, like other floor decorative arts of India, is a symbol of fortune. Designs and motifs are traditional in nature, and these are in both floral and geometrical forms. Besides the symbolic value of these motifs, it expresses a very interesting meaning of life also. And another form of folk art that we found is the Kantha of Bengal. Kantha stitching is from Bengal and is a delightful folk tradition of embroidery and quilting known as Kantha. Kantha are made of discarded sarees and dhotis and are sewn together. Kanthas are generally made by women and all classes in Bengal. Motifs and designs are from rural landscape, ritualistic activities, objects from everyday life, rural festivals, circus entertainers, and even historical figures such as Queen Victoria of Britain, and also historical figures like Vladimir Lenin, the founder and communist leader of Soviet Union. For artists of India, beautify the objects of use and the surroundings of their dwellings like floor, wall, courtyard, etc. There are many kinds of folk arts in India like painting, sculpture, toy, costume, utensils, and furniture. Almost every village of India has its own style of folk arts. Among these, some are very popular and well known, like Kalamkari paintings, Kolam, Madhubani paintings, Kaligat paintings, Phulkari, and Kantha, but not All folk arts and crafts are entirely in Indian in their origin. Some of the crafts and techniques have been imported from the Orient, like the batik, but these have now been Indianized, and now the Indian form of batik has a distinct identity. Other important folk art forms in India include Tanjore paintings, Tibetan scrolls, Pahadi and Rajasthani paintings, glass paintings, Kalamkari needlework, Bandhani print work, and Kalam, Jetu, and Alpana floor works. So these are the different forms of folk art in India and respectively into different regions of India, such as the Warli painting of the Warli tribes of Maharashtra, the Patta Chitra painting or folk art of Odisha on Patta, a kind of cloth. Then Madhubani painting of Bihar, the Phad painting of Rajasthan, the Kalamkari painting of Andhra Pradesh, and in South India during the very observation and celebration of the festival of Bengal, which is celebrated as a harvest season festival, then Kolam in South India, and also Kantha of Bengal, the Motifs and Phulkari, the Batik and Tanjore painting, Tibetan scrolls, then Kalamkari needlework, then Kalamjitu and Alpana floor works are the greatest folk art works existing and prevailing all over rural India, and now some of the folk arts of India are world famous and are in great demand throughout the world. Hereby, we would like to conclude our second part that relating to Indian classical painting in the very form of folk art of India.